here
Come
from
on
Natty
in.
Coffee. Come on in. Come on in. Oh,
I'm very
okay.
fancy with my coffee.
This will be my third coffee today.
Yeah.
Cheers to good vibes and community. You're hanging out with the crew of Demon 305, and today we are coming to you from Natty Coffee in downtown Miami, and we have the pleasure of speaking with MJ Green from the DDA, Downtown Development Agency. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you guys for coming down, man. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. One thing that we love to do is to highlight programs that are doing great work in our community. And unequivocally, the DDA is doing just that. Tell me a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and how you got started with the DDA.
Sure. So I was born and raised mostly in the Midwest, lived all over the United States. But I moved to Miami about 7 years ago from Seattle. But moved here, ran a couple small business loan funds that lend money to minority entrepreneurs.
Okay.
And then that kind of snowballed into these kind of economic development roles. And I've been at the DDA now 2 years, and I'm the Chief of Economic Development and Strategy.
So tell me a little bit about the DDA, how it got started, and where does this kind of passion for community come from?
Sure. So the DDA was started with the state of Florida and the city of Miami to really spur economic development within the DDA district, right? And so that's Brickell. We're in the Central Business District right now. The Arts and Entertainment District is kind of where Kaseya Center is and Miami World Center. My passion for community probably comes from my mother. My mother was always trying to, I think, help and support people and really make impact. We all have an opportunity to make some level of impact. I think that my mother, whether it was her job or volunteer projects, always wanted to see a better world and was always willing to help people. So my passion and love for finance, I've been able to build multiple funds that lend money to Black and brown and women-owned small businesses that would never, ever receive capital elsewhere. And I've been able to see people's lives, families, and everything else change. And I think that that's extremely rewarding work. And all of that is about providing people opportunity. And I think that in this role at the DDA, being able to provide the amazing business owners of Natty Coffee the opportunity to kind of really open up their first freestanding store and being able to have something downtown, I think that it's an amazing opportunity for them, their family, and their friends.
Now, when we think about impact, I think we also got to think about longevity, right? How long are we going to be making impact for? When you see the faces on these business owners, like, wow, they have two kiosks, right? Aventura and Dayland. Now they have this one.
Yep.
How does that make you feel? How does the DDA feel about that wonderful impact that you're making that is long lasting?
I think it's major. Miami will continue to change, but it's not Miami changing itself. It's the people that are changing Miami, right? Natty Coffee opens, and as we sit here, we've seen a bunch of people walk in and grab coffee. They're able to connect with each other. So I think that not only does it make an impact for the individual business owner, but it's an impact for this community, right? They've done an amazing job with remodel, and they'll continue to add life to the rest of the street and the businesses across the street. And so I think that, their long-term impact on the district will be huge. And the other businesses that will continue to come. We're a few blocks away from the Seabold building. That's been there for forever. And it's provided immense amount of jobs, resources, and other things in that corner. And being able to really connect all that to make the fabric of downtown even stronger. I think, that's really the longevity and the long-lasting impact that the DDA was created to continue to push forward.
Now, let's switch gears a little bit because, we also learned that you all are also helping kind of connecting and bridging the gaps with the homeless community. You're actually employing folks. People are coming here. Tell me a little bit about that component of the DDA.
Yeah, the DDA truly looks at economic development holistically, right? And so that's everybody is included. We have our downtown ambassadors. So if you're walking around downtown, you see individuals in bright orange and bright blue shirts. It's about 50, 60 people that were unhoused or close to homelessness that we've hired. And they have jobs and careers. And that's 60 people that are no longer on the streets, that are cleaning up your community. They speak multiple languages. So as we can talk about the diversity and all the people traveling here to Miami. If you happen to get lost, if we've all traveled somewhere, one of the most frustrating things is not speaking the language and not knowing where you're going. Having these ambassadors on the street and being able to point people in the right direction. Also, too, I think it helps the communities connect. They really care about the community. They are our eyes and ears on what's going on. As we look at new places to put new businesses, who knows what might be a great spot? Some of our ambassadors, they have umbrellas. They help us with all the events. They power wash. They pick up the trash. They are really our first responders. If something happens on the streets, they're the first ones to call the police. But it's just, I think, really one of the amazing unsung stories around the DDA and being able to provide that opportunity and that job and getting someone to help change their life.
And also just like the context in which like where they're coming from. There's a I would imagine there's like a certain intimacy that they have with this space, right? Being close to homelessness or transitioning through that moment in their lives. I think that's pretty unique.
It's a very complex problem that needs to be treated with an immense amount of care. The care that the DDA has put into this program, but then the care that you mentioned that each one of those individual ambassadors have, and them being able to, one, see themselves in the other person because they were there, but then being able to handle the situation with care helps us get people into shelters, which we pay for additional beds, helps us get people help with the police or whatever they might need. And having that one-on-one relationship, they know them by name. And the homeless individuals in our community are a part of our community. I couldn't be more proud of that program. I couldn't be more proud of our ambassadors and their success. And I'm really glad that you bring it up because it is something that I think that, we don't tout enough, but it does have a massive impact.
What is next for the DDA? What is the vision as we move into almost 2026?
When I think about the future of the DDA, it's really two words. It's progress and it's opportunity. And we want everyone to be a part of that. The DDA didn't make downtown. The people made downtown. The government didn't make Miami special. The people, the individuals that live here are what has made Miami exciting and special right now in this moment. Miami, I don't think is cooling off at all. And so I think that the opportunity in front of the DDA is to continue to bring more people in the fold, continue to work with, again, the amazing entrepreneurs like yourself in the community. We have this amazing moment where Miami is going through this amazing transition. And so we want people to be able to put their fingerprint on that change, and we want to be able to continue to support them. So some of that will be through some of our incentive programs and grants. Some of that will be from our networking events. We will continue to push the permit clinic, and I think that you'll see other cities, municipalities start to mirror the offerings at the permit clinic to make the permit process simpler and easier for people throughout. And we want those individuals to continue to be involved. We want to hear from you because we think that this is the greatest city in the world to live, work, and play. And we want everybody to be involved in continuing to push that forward.
MJ, thank you so much for your time, brother.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you. And come to Naughty Coffee.
Come to Naughty Coffee.
And grab a coffee.
Get naughty and have a coffee.
Yeah. Not too naughty, but
Not too naughty. Let's be careful there. Yeah.